Oh, you guys are going to love this story. This is a fun one. So in the Orlando Sentinel, this is actually in a bunch of places. It's also in the Daily Beast. This woman by the name of Bridget Ziegler, she's the head of a right-wing group, okay? And they're all about being like anti-LGBTQ. I'll give you more on that in a second. But Bridget Ziegler, there are texts that were revealed of her reaching out to her husband and basically like, hey man, go bring home some hoes and let's do some nasty ass stuff with them. All right. Freaky ass Ziegler, you a 69 god. All right, here we go. Newly released documents from a now closed criminal investigation into former state GOP chairperson Christian Ziegler. So he's the state GOP chairperson. Show that his wife, Bridget Ziegler, directed her husband to find women in bars for the two of them to have sexual encounters with. A memo written by Sarasota police detective describes numerous text messages between the Zieglers where they are on the prowl for women who they would both be interested in. The memo describes Ziegler secretly taking photos of women and says Bridget Ziegler, a Sarasota County school board member, told him to pretend to take pictures of his beer so he wouldn't get caught. Here's what she texted him. Don't come home until your dick is wet. Bridget Ziegler, who co-founded the conservative education advocacy group Moms for Liberty, did not respond to phone calls or emails Friday, nor did Christian Ziegler. The couple is suing to try to block the release of more text messages. Oh my God, could you imagine what's in those? And other records from public view. The Times is among the media organizations seeking disclosure of the records. Bridget Ziegler has advocated for legislation and policies that some say are anti-LGBTQ. As details have come to light about her involvement in sexual encounters with women, protesters have rallied at school board meetings to protest what they say is a hypocritical divide between her private behavior and public stances to call for her resignation. Oh, I love this. Earlier this month, Bridget Ziegler proposed a resolution to reject new federal Title IX protections against gender identity discrimination. Jesus. The school board later passed a resolution. She's previously backed the Parental Rights in Education Act, referred to by some as Don't Say Gay, which prohibits classroom instruction about gender identity and sexual orientation. That's amazing. So that's also like a gay teacher can't put a photo on their desk of them and their significant other because that's viewed as promoting the gay agenda. They don't allow you to do that. She supported that. Don't teach about sexual orientation and gender identity as I look for some carpet to munch. The police memo released this week as part of the now dropped criminal investigation into Christian Ziegler after a woman claimed he sexually assaulted her. The woman had known the Zieglers for years and had at least one threesome encounter with the couple, the investigation found. The Sarasota Police Department opted against charging Ziegler with sexual battery after saying a video appeared to show consensual sex, but sent a video voyeurism charge to the state attorney. The state attorney declined to file charges. The newly released memo from Detective Angela Cox, hilarious name, noted that Christian Ziegler's phone also had numerous sexual videos involving other women. A Sarasota Police Department spokesperson declined to answer questions Friday about whether the agency contacted the women in the videos, saying there is active litigation related to this matter. So, in other words, look, there's nothing criminal that happened here. All their sexual encounters were totally consensual. This appeared to be something they did on a regular basis. Nobody's claiming at this point that any crimes were committed. At this point, the claim that's being made is, oh, you some freaky ass bitches. And your whole political project, your whole agenda, your entire ideology is based around, let me judge other people. Let me be against, teaching sexual orientation stuff, gender identity stuff. Moms for Liberty, very right-wing. This guy's a Republican chairman. How many times have you seen? It is a write it in stone. It's a virtual guarantee. If somebody is judging gay people or trans people or whatever, some Republican politician or some religious freak, if they're judging, you bet your ass cheeks they're into some shit. Some shit that directly contradicts what they say, right? Remember, we covered this years ago. They did some study where they hooked some measurement things up to guys' junk, and then they showed them gay porn. And the guys who had expressed anti-gay sentiment were much more likely to get aroused during gay porn. It's that same notion here that, I'm going to judge others. I'm going to go after trans people. I'm going to go after gay people. I'm going to have all these restrictive laws. I'm going to stay Christian values and all that stuff. And then the second you peek beneath the hood, she's like, you better get your dick wet. You better bring home some woman from the bar. Freaky ass Ziegler, you a 69 god. I mean, just once, I would like to see one of these people who actually live their values, right? Just once. And what's the fact of the matter, guys? The fact of the matter is this. This wouldn't even be a story if they weren't colossal hypocrites. Like, I wouldn't be talking about this if they weren't colossal hypocrites. If they were some lefty representatives or the head of some lefty group and they're doing some freaky ass shit, it's not a story. Because the lefty people are like, hey, as long as it's consensual, y'all go right ahead and enjoy your life. Do whatever the hell you want to do. It's like, okay, you're living your values. There's nothing wrong with that. Go ahead. God bless. Go for it. But in this instance, judge. And then the second they think nobody's watching, they're doing all sorts of shit, man. Did you guys see that story of that? It was like some German politician who was caught smearing himself in shit and licking public toilets. Did you guys see that one too? It's so freaky. Everybody's so freaky, bro. Everything is so freaky. Remember the story we covered the other week? And to be fair, I don't know if this was a sexual thing, but it was like the castration club. They would chop off their naughty bits, and then one dude would make salads with it, with fucking testicles. What are we doing here? What's going on? So anyway, I mean, it's a good message to these guys, right? Look, nobody's trying to take away your freaky ass nature, but for the love of God, stop supporting anti-gay laws and bills. You know, if you're doing this stuff behind closed doors, obviously you know nothing's wrong with it because you're doing it, right? So stop judging other people. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.